In this video, we are going to talk about how a buyer can create an RFP. An RFP stands for Request for Proposal. Some also call it a request for quote. It's where a buyer puts out requirements asking suppliers to send them a quote or a proposal. So we will log in as a buyer so that we can create our first RFP. We will land on the buyer dashboard where you can see that we have not yet created any RFPs yet. You can click on the Create New RFP button and we will be taken to the Create RFP page. Now the RFP, or Request for Proposal, needs to have a title. So we can call it whatever we want, but it should be something that both suppliers can understand what the RFP is about in summary, as well as something that we can remember or our team can understand. Because most buyers will have a team working on the RFP and not one person. So we can call it Mine, Oil, and Gas Requirements RFP. Now we need to select an expected dollar range. In this case, we select 1 million or less, because even this dollar range is available to the buyer based on the membership level they selected. If they select a very low membership level, then you cannot create RFPs for very large amounts. If they select a very high membership level, then you can create RFPs for huge amounts. Now you need to select the industry in which this RFP falls. Now this is important because suppliers who are subscribed to that particular industry and sector will see your RFP. Others won't. And that too, if it's a public RFP. You can choose to make it a private RFP, and we'll talk about that later. Now this is an RFP in the oil and gas industry, so we'll select that. And then we have to select an industry sector. We'll select the oil and gas producers sector. Now you can type in a summary description, which can be pretty lengthy, but we'll make this relatively short for demo purposes. And the detailed description needs to be pretty detailed, but again, we'll make it short for demo purposes. Now, there are two dates here that are very important. One is the reply by date. This is the date before which all suppliers have to respond. Beyond that date, no supplier will be able to respond to this RFP. So let's make this, say, whatever date is in the future. It has to be in the future. Now, the expiration date is the date after which the RFP is closed. So we'll make this another month later. Now, the response template is, in addition to the required fields that have to be filled out by the supplier to respond to your RFP, you can require them to fill out more fields in the form of a template, a response template. I say, yes, I want the supplier to fill out a response template. Now, a response template can be created, and that's covered in a separate video on the template creation page. So I will select a response template that I created earlier, and this will require the supplier to fill out this form in addition to the required fields that are required for the proposal. Now this is also important. Draft will not be published at all. It will be saved in draft format on your account. Published means that anyone who is a member of RequestProposal.com can view this, but they have to be in the same industry and sector and the same level as your RFP, same level being the same dollar amount. But you can make this a private RFP, which means it is published, but no one can see it. You can invite suppliers of your choice to view this RFP, and only they can see it if they accept. So we'll make this a private RFP for demo purposes. Now you can upload up to 5 files. You can upload more if you want to edit the RFP, but initially you can upload up to 5 files that you can attach to the RFP as more descriptive. You can have pictures, you can have diagrams, you can have documents. So we will upload a PowerPoint presentation that we made as a set of requirements. Once you have selected the file you want to upload, just hit open, and then you can type a description of the file. You can upload more supporting documents if you so desire, and then you hit the create button. Now, if there is a type of file that you're trying to upload, such as an exe, which is not allowed, or the file is too big, you'll get a warning message and you won't be allowed to upload it. So hopefully the PowerPoint slideshow that we attached is not too big. And the RFP has been created. You can view the RFP in a list form down here. It shows you the sector name, it shows you the RFP title. You can view the RFP, you as the buyer, and it'll also be visible. Well, this is a private RFP, so it won't be visible to anybody else yet. And it'll show you that you have attached a document to it. You can view that document if you like. And this is what the document is. This is the one you uploaded. So any supplier that has access to the RFP will be able to see this document.